Well, by my parents, I'm back with another video doing a review on something different this time. I'm reviewing the 1992 Bastard OVA. If you don't know what Bastard is, it's a manga series published in Weekly Shonen Jump back in 1988. It's still technically ongoing, went on a hiatus around 2010, I think. And recently received an anime adaptation back in 2022, with two parts releasing throughout the year. With season 2 coming out in July 2023 with 15 episodes. Currently watching the season 1 on Netflix, so probably won't. I was planning to continue watching that today, but guess not. Well, watching this 1992 OVA, it's good, not that bad. I actually enjoyed the voice acting, and it's typical 90s stuff. Oh, about me. So the series has the usual 90s sound effects, usual sound effects you hear in shonen anime like Dragon Ball, One Piece, Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter. All 90s anime with those sound effects. Well, most of it not already done with digital pic. I don't know how One Piece is animated, but it's different to other 90s anime. Bastard came out 1 year after JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Phantom Blood came out. JoJo came out in 1987. I don't know why Rocky started to do his stories in parts. I'm curious to know the origins of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. JoJo also released two OVAs in 1992 and one back in 1993 and 2002. Adapting both two parts of Starless Crusaders. Oh, Back to Blood received a movie in 2007, which is Lost Media. So I don't know if it's been found yet or not. I get some fans will be pissed at the changes, but come on, it was an adaptation in 2000s. Not all material was that faithful to the manga. Well, unless the movie's found, we won't know if it's good or bad. Anyway, topic. Like I said, this OVA was released in 1992. But it released in the West in 1998. Just around the time the popularity of anime grew in the US. So, thanks to certain shows like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Thanks to those two anime's all has been airing in the West in years, i.e. Astro Boy and Speed Racer. I'm trying to cover that anime sometime, but its Japanese version, I heard it has the worst dubs in history. Its Japanese name is Mark Go Go. So I'm gonna find a way to watch that anime. Go watch it on Funimation now, but it's fully subbed because the dub is terrible. Anyway, I like the voice cast, and it does have an English dub, as I said, because it released in 1998 in the US. And you won't be surprised who voices the main protagonist of Dark Schneider in the English dub of that OVA. Dan Norris. Not familiar? Well, he plays a fairy with green hair. And was pretty dumb. He's basically the voice of Cosmo with Very Old Parents. He's been in a lot of stuff too, but I should actually look up his filmography, what other stuff he's been in. I mean, he was in an episode of Big Time Rush. He was in Big Time Rush. He got to technically replace this role as Cosmo in an episode, starring Butch Hartman. Yeah, that's all fair. I really do want to cover Big Time Rush on my main channel someday. I'm off topic. I'm surprised they cast someone like Dan Norris to play Dark Schneider. I do have a few problems with this. When it comes, I'm not reading the manga, but let's just get into the story. I'll talk about those on the way. So the series is set in the future. Civilization had advanced, but it was destroyed by a demon past to humanity's greed. Now, they're also not shown. It was shown to us in the reboot, and the 2022 anime on Netflix. But it's told for us about the OVA. So I like Dark Schneider's 1992 voice than his 2022 voice, in my opinion. Let me think about it. 10, 20, just 20 years. No, 30. 30 actually. Just 30 years apart, but Bastard came out, both adaptations came out 30 years apart. Anyway, so yeah, humanity's once again plunged into medieval fantasy, somehow learn magic. I don't get how that's possible, but still. Someone discipline. Dark group of people are attacking the kingdom. Attacking kingdoms. Now the anime actually, this OVA actually adds an anime only sequence of is introducing us to our two main characters. Then in the modern anime, they're just already there in the palace. So we're introduced to our two main characters, Lucian, a young, pure, innocent boy who's like a puppy, and Yoko, who's more like a big sister, and she can get easily tempered. Something that bothers me is their outfits. Lucian and Yoko's outfits in this OVA, they look too modern. Like, she's wearing a jacket. It reminds me of anime such as Trigun and stuff, with those clothes. But compared to other clothes, it doesn't make any sense. Also, a little weird, huh? I'm not complaining about this, but I'm just wondering. Compared to the modern anime, all the female characters' breasts are more smaller in this adaptation. And some reason Yoko has longer hair. Anyway, it's very 90s though with its animation. I do not know the studio behind it, I should look it up. It's typical 90s animation. Alright, the two head to the palace. Has been attacked. Now, the OVA actually combines two stories into one episode. So there's 6 episodes. See, you know, the palace, basically a villain of this story, was actually introduced in chapter 2. I think. I've not read the manga, but I'm going by the reboot times. It was introduced in episode 2. Episode 1 had a different villain. They combine those stories into one. Because Yoko's father, who's a priest, Gero, is there. There's a little bit of comedy between the two. He even gets a comedic smirk. Like, he gets a comedic smile. That's the only comedic he gets 2 comedic scenes throughout the entire OVA. It is very 90s with its animation, as I said. Even with expressions. Baka! You know? Alright, I hit the bus where a man attacks Hydra. He's under the Dark Army, I'm just calling him that. Kalsul, Gara, Nay, and Abigail are the 4 basically the 4 bosses, 4 people in command. They're strong warriors. Alright, the show, there's something different with the Shonen Trio. George don't even have, I think about it. George didn't have the most tenues as main character until part 5. And then we did have one in part 4, but she technically doesn't count. Anyway, after that, the only way to release the Dark Widows, known as Dark Schneider, who's been sealed inside of Lucian, but the only way to free them is when a kiss by a pure maiden since their place. And that happens to be Yoko. So her dad asked her not to get anyone else, not to fall in love. It's kind of comedic moments. She's forced to win out in the comedic moment. Dark Schneider is really much a prick. But in the end, he gets forced to help. He only wants to kill a priest. And he puts on the side just to help. Because Yoko told him to do it. Yell to help. Basically, so, yeah. is killed. Not knowing that Kiss with one brother Kiss reverts back. You know, not knowing that it gets turns him back, seals him again back into Lucian. Lucian unaware of it. Because Lucian is not much around throughout the OVA. Like he appears in, what, 2 or 3 episodes of the OVA? I don't remember. I don't know if PS goes over. A man named Ninja Master Garu decided to take matters in his own hands, as when Yoko's sleeping that night, she gets captured by Gara. Darkshine is able to turns the seals weaken a bit. Darkshine is able to awaken his own Lucian. But what? By the way, the service mispronounced Lucian's name as Rusian. Rusu. Yeah, but it's obviously Lucian. It's because of the pronunciation of the Japanese actors in the original anime's fault. I don't know if the dub got that wrong as well. Who knows? So, by the way, I like how the reboot just shows up. Like, not a key get up. I like how the Netflix anime shows us the detail when Darkshire is in control. The eye, not just the voice, but the eyes are different, along with the sharp teeth. Yeah. So yeah, no escapes. And Darkshire is the only one who can help them. But he need a kiss of a virgin maiden. And that happens to be Sheila as well. She volunteers for it. Also, her dress is different too. It's covering up most of her chest. As in, it covers up. If you don't know, her actual dress in the manga anime is more. It get like a triangle going down. Converging. It's basically like that. I don't get why they changed that, but this anime actually does have shows some nipples. It was a 90s anime. It was a 90s anime, so it makes sense. Since the modern anime does not show that. Like the Hell's Paradise anime. It does have nudity, but it doesn't show any bare nudity. If you get what I mean. That anyway, after freeing Darkshire, he initially refuses to help, but in the end has no choice, with Sheila accompanying him. Gar's bit of a perf, removing a bit of her clothes. I'm not explaining all the changes, okay? I'm not going to explain the changes. Just watch the OVA on you. You can watch it on YouTube, both subbed and dubbed, all 6 episodes. So if you're interested, go check it out. And watch the modern anime, but don't watch the dub, because it censors some stuff. As in, it changed, not blood or anything, no, it just changes lines. Because it's anti-feminist? I don't get it. Like, Netflix has never done that before with their dubs. But something like that slightly happened with Romantic Killer, where they changed the yen, when it said dollars instead of yen. Yeah, in Junpei's introduction episode, with the Hercules Beetle, mentions goes for a lot of money when he says dollars in the dub. Even though it's yen instead of Japanese. That's something 4 kids would do back in the day. Like the cash prize in Yu-Gi-Oh! Become $3 million instead of millions of yen. Off topic. After battling his way through quite monsters, Darkshire bases off against Gara in a brilliant fight, and this OVA actually spends more on Gara than the modern anime does. Gara was just someone who wanted to train to become a ninja because he wants to be strong. Instead of working for a kingdom, when he decided to challenge Darkshire alone, he was revealed but decides to join up with him because of the strength. I expected that. Well, Darkshire wins, and Gara ends up joining her side. And the OVA skips 2 battles with Nay's 2 disciples. She has a third who is in the OVA but does not get mentioned. And well, Lucian, after trying to contact Nay, who's a female general, half elf, dark one most simply, he reverts back to Lucian. He finally reunites with Yoko, since he saved her before. And the character Lars does speak, but it seems he was supposed to in the modern anime, he doesn't. Don't ask me why. So in the end, though, they end up getting captured by a bunch of a vampire who wants suck blood of virgin women to become stronger. Don't ask. And when Yoko's in trouble, Dark Schneider comes out on his own to save her. Someone compared to Inuyasha, by the way, with the character Dark Schneider and Yoko being like Inuyasha and Kagome. Now I think about it, yeah, I did watch a bit of Inuyasha, by the way. I only watched 27 episodes though, because that's the only amount of episodes that's on Netflix. I'm sure they'll eventually have more, like they're doing with the Hajime no Ippo fighting anime. Yes, they actually have it on there. One of Kodansha's best manga anime adaptations is on there. Not watched it because I don't have the time. I did want to watch it, by the way. It's good. You can also watch it on Crunchyroll, but I'm just saying, off topic. Hey, unless my old Dark Shining managed to defeat him. This vampire prick. Even Dark Schneider ends up coming across Ney, who is basically the adopted daughter of Dark Schneider. She just wants to kill him, and they end up fighting. Wrote about feel that Lucian reveals what actually communicates with Dark Schneider for the first time. I think it's the first time they ever communicate with each other. Make Lucian starting to become aware of Dark Schneider's presence inside of him. That's pretty interesting. I don't know, because by the time I have not yet gone to the battle with Ney in the modern anime, so I don't know what's different or not. So, hey, she doesn't want to fight him. She's fighting him so she can die by his hands. Because she'll die. If she doesn't, she'll die by the blue nail that was planted in her. Basically, if you go against the person who cast that spell on you, who placed the nail inside you, eventually you'll die. After one of the fights, he decides to pull out his heart so she'll live, and dies. Schneider is dead. Of course, Abigail has someone prepared. A Cyclops. They now decide to fight for good. You live her life the way she wants. She and Gara do their best to fight the Cyclops. Eventually, Dark Schneider revives and helps him out. In the end, to win it out, skim most of it. But I suggest you go watch it if you're interested. Or, as I said, all on YouTube. Subbed and dubbed. I had to type in subbed to look for the Japanese one. Oh, sorry. The sub. Sorry. It's emotional. As now with 2 members of the army on their side, it's time to take down Carl. Nothing can stop them. Because so plotting something, planning to take down Dark Schneider once and for all. The real war has begun. The OVA closes there. I'm skipping through most of it, but it's a good OVA. I admit that. So go check it out if you're interested. Or check out the modern anime on Netflix if you want it before season 2 drops this July. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Enjoy my content. Please hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more? Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell every day. All videos that comes out in the future. See you guys later, hopefully for Masho. Phoenix out.